a minute.
This guy kind of looks like your dad, but he's not your dad. Is this
Unconscious.
is this Uncle Rian?
Uncle Rian?
What's happening?
There's this long pause as like Lucius just kind of like puts Luna aside, and then he looks at Ciara. Ciara?
Luna, what the heck?
That's not. Uncle Rian.
What are you doing here? And then he's just like, he almost like steps out and he's like, oh, towel.
Yeah, he does that and fully armored and, for the gun and everybody, as he catches towel.
Oh, you're really strong. And you see him like, kind of like weakly like pat you as you like crunch his arms together. You're really strong. Yeah.
Yes, and in cold armor, here.
Yeah, I'm gonna, we have a lot to catch up. We have a lot to catch up on. Can I get dressed first? I'm gonna get changed.
Yes.
And then he...
Family!
I'm just like, what's going on here?
Also, I love the idea that Lucius is just trapped in his own world with his own thoughts and to not even notice that Luna has like black lines all over her face.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Yeah. And he kind of is like that. And then like... It'll come up later. So like a few minutes later, he comes back. He's clothed. The shirt's like wrinkled, but like and he's got trousers on, and he sits down.
The muffin crumbs down his shirt.
Yeah, and like he brushes some muffin crumbs off. It's a running joke that he likes muffins. So, and from childhood, you'd probably remember that he'd have a.
He has a thing for sweets, but there's not really many sweets here, so I don't really know where he got that from. Now we know. Now we know.
So he comes over. Yeah,
Before he comes back, she does turn to Ellie and it's like, we'll see your Minotaur in a bit. You mind if I catch up for just a moment before we head off on our way?
Yeah, of course.
Right. This is your Minotaur. You don't notice the inflection.
Yeah,
But
your Minotaur.
your Minotaur.
I mean...
So when he comes back, she's just like...
Goodbye, Mike.
Goodbye,
And
Mike.
again, they fight for freedom once more.
Yeah, I fought for freedom once more.
Okay.
Okay. Yay.
Good.
So, I'm just gonna put that over there. Lucius sits down and says, oh, I don't know where to begin. Like, his accent starts to come back and he's talking to you in undercommon. And he just sort of like stands by and he goes, well, look at you. You look like Saeed, your mother, and you got your father's eyes. And what are you doing down here? What? You're getting topside?
Here's still I'm going to say. Yeah.
He kind of like elbows you and he's like, oh, it's not so bad up here. They want to tell you it's way worse than it actually is. It's just so bright. Oh, speaking of which, he gives you like this little box. Has a muffin. He brings out like a little.
It's like, well, the confection's always spoke of yet.
And we'll say that he like brings out like this little like wrapped like muffin. He's like, oh wait, that's mine. And then he brings out another box. That's fine. Take this. Right thing. And you open the little box. And inside you see these goggles that have like this blue glass tinted, blue tinted glass in it. It says, that will let you see outside. And he pulls out his own that are like in his pocket and he puts them back in. He's like, didn't need them up here. It's like, these were meant for your dad, but you're too small for his big head. And so it's good for you to have them.
So your dad's staying in touch, yeah? It's just like trying to get on.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like, Well, here and there, not a ton. It's just, your dad and I disagree on about everything. So, I'm more of just getting to know an occasional letter, like once a year, maybe. And I move around a lot. Last I heard, she was south side on the southern continent, trying to, make a safe haven over there. There's a basically a confederacy of free states down there that are. That's who's currently warring with the Sun Elves. It's this confederacy of like clans and states, and they've been warring for a long time. But it's been off and on, and that's nothing new to Drow. So it's just trying to get a nice setup there for people to feel safe in.
And it works safer for him right now than home, yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I think he's okay. Last I heard he's alive.
Well, that's a good bit of good news.
And I honestly don't know much more than that. I keep busy over here by doing contracts to. He explains that he does contracted like demon hunting basically. And then he tells everyone that, what happened was there was this, when you guys went to help out Acer and Saya, you guys found this demon portal. And Acer and Saya were Lucius's apprentices.
Mm-hmm.
They became guild members of the Silver Ravens, which is the demon hunting guild. Lucius is not in the guild because he doesn't like ties. Like he doesn't like structure.
He's
and he likes being a freelancer. That's basically
Considering where he came from, having allegiances to anything means you're signing yourself up to get drafted.
Yep. So that's he's just like no. And
yeah, Yara makes one remark. He's just like, oh, I can't see why you wouldn't.
he's like, yeah. I mean, I hear they have pretty good benefits, but anyway. What happened was, you see, the distillery that the demons were in, it's owned by the Glass and Glows. It's a big money family over here. They didn't like all this bad publicity for their distillery, basically. They tried to shut it down, keep a lid on it. I wasn't gonna let that happen. I sent my apprentices in, and then I blew the whistle, because if I went in, if they went in, they'd only be trespassing. If I went in, it'd be all worse for me. But not that it mattered much in the end. They looked for a scapegoat and they used me. So I went into hiding and called on an old friend. He looks up to the stairs. We went to the academy together, Star Seekers. It's basically high school. They went to high school together.
So that's where this comes from.
Well, it comes from a friend that I made at the arcane at the Star Seeker Academy, as a joke actually, because I had a friend there named Artius, and he just made up the name on the spot for I don't remember even, but when it came topside, I didn't want nothing to do with the family. I wanted to change everything, so I just went out outside pretty cool.
It's valid.
Though some of my students call me Wind Towel. I did some teaching for a while at He was a professor at the Academy of Magic and Science in Gundrick, and he taught throughout history and demonology.
I can't imagine who would. I mean, what's a wind towel? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know either. I'm not sure where it came from.
You never get luscious and stuff?
Well, I like to think my hair is pretty luscious, but I don't know. So,
More than a professor than confectionery.
Mm-hmm. And that's where I've been. Oh, speaking of which, demons. Got a bit of bad news. I think there's some in the city again.
No.
They're, we think they were coming in from the west, from the hills. And so, Aesir and Saya took some, I don't know, basically ruffians, goes, a group that's led by this dwarf named Roa, comes over and led them back to the hills, and they're investigating over there, but I think they're already in here. They're too far out to come back in, and this, I think they got people in the inside already. The underground markets talking about some big wigs trying to get these artifacts, and I think it means bad news. Because they're trying to find a chalice from the. Let me get that too. I wrote a dialogue for him. Oh yeah. Okay, so I went to hiding. I think they're already in the city. The underground market has been buzzing with them. We're trying to locate the objects. Some sort of chalice, Ishadon's chalice. The unwavering shoal and the tears of the death. We gotta find them before they do. I know two of them are. One on display at the gala, in the new museum. It's an artifact value in historical sense. The snag is that it's literally the showpiece. So you'll need to snag it in the middle of a very lit room with lots of people. You also need to get into a gala, but Celiana might be able to help you out with that one.
Yeah, we have a plan to turn into a rat.
That too! That works. Yeah, however you get it, I don't care.
Well, I don't know if we can do this. I mean, we don't know how serious your condition is. We need to find a cure for you.
I feel like she kind of looks down. She sees that like her nails have started to like get a little longer and pointier.
Yeah, Lucian looks at you and
hands.
Yeah, Ciara. She's like, so Uncle Lucius. You say he's brought people in the.
Yeah.
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 None of your friends know anything about Gundrick?
Oh, yeah, I find it different.
Really?
She's just in here like, we spent like how long of an evening together? Like 6 hours at least. And then the next morning,
the new look you have
I
going
brought the
on.
muffins. I know how that sounds, it's not that way, but
I can just watch.
Yeah, well, alright, let you know, I don't know off the top of my head, but I can ask around. I know that I don't know any Golden Hawks personally, but I know people who know Golden Hawks, so I'll have to ask around. But I can't ignore the stealing problem either. So you can
A little tit for tat then?
little tit for tat, yeah.
Alright.
just tell us where to go. What do we need to kill?
Well, you gotta go. Well, you got two choices. You can go to Gala, or you can go to what is it? You go to the Blacktooth Ridden Isle. There's a underground fighting arena under there. Word on the street is that the tears of undeath are the prize there. So you can go steal it, win it, and then there's a gala. I don't know what the third one is. Still gotta figure that one out. But those are your choices, and I'll get around to asking around. I mean, I gotta ask around about the show anyway, so I can ask about the Golden Hawks too and try to track them down.
Oh yeah, at any time when I find it.
Yep.
Well, we're taking care of your ends.
Good job. Great. Are we ready?
Well, I mean, I guess if we have to wait, then I
So
guess
if we have to wait until that's done for him to give us any information, we might as well just do it.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess we're pretty proficient in killing demons now. We've killed a few. I feel like.
I don't know why you're
There's
saying that.
succeeding.
Well, I feel like we're a lot more qualified than other people, so I guess we should do this.
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. Well, with I definitely need the help now because those who would normally take care of it are out of the city looking for the problem, which is actually here. So,
I suppose it's a good thing we're in there.
yep, it's a good thing we tapped in. Well, I'll get straight to it then. And he puts his goggles on. And you see him like put on like a shawl or cloak thing to like cover up, and he slips out the back door. I don't know if you guys have any questions for him. I don't think you.
Probably before he leaves or like starts getting ready, she looks like she has something she wants to like say or talk to him about, but then like she sort of remembers the others in the room, and so she's just like, oh, right. Till next time.
He can catch that you like wanted to say something, so he's like, no, we'll make time for you later, right? We'll be
Right.
Alright, so we have the chalice at the gala,
Yeah.
right? At the gala,
Yeah.
and then we have the tears of undeath in the under.
Yeah, and it's called the you can call it like the undertow. The island is called the undertow.
And Ciara looked over at everyone after the whole thing, and she's like, I hope you don't mind that I've lost more time here rather than on here. She seems a little awkward.
Well, depends on if we would have been able to move forward anyway. If we would have been stuck anyway, then at least we're going somewhere, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, you found some family. I mean, that's a good start for you.
Yeah. She seems happier about it than what she wants to get on, but like it's not unobvious.
So how do we want to go about this? Do we want to split up? I mean, yeah, I can be pretty sneaky with my druidic magic.
Let's pause for a second and go to like Keyanthi and Arabat in order.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah!
Because I haven't been here the whole time.
Yep, she hasn't.
That's right.
So,
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Orator just sort of like throws the reins at Arabat and kind of like, got him. Yep. Okay. Usually I have a horse, so this is different.
Lead by example then.
Well, sure, yeah, Orator can say that. Guess we'll lead by example then.
Sure. Happy is gonna put in her sister mode. And she'll be like, where is going? You can use all of him?
What? I mean, he's got it. You see, like Arabat's like holding like both the horses and is like, really don't.
She's gonna press her lips, she's gonna look at Order, make eye contact the whole time, and she's gonna go to Arabat and help him with as much of the reins as you can. She'll grab enough to like go be like, hold it out to Order, be like, please help, I've never really handled a horse before.
He comes over, just like takes the reins, and it's just like, looks like I have to teach all of you something. Alright, well, let's go through the house, I guess. Don't want to take him too fast on the tile. He tells you about like the reason you don't want to ride horses on paved roads really hard is because their boats can crack.
Is that what horseshoes are for?
Makes sense.
That's why they gotta be the shoes, man.
That's why they need the shoes. Pretty sure. But anyway, you guys come out to the stables. The horses are pretty happy to be back in a place they actually recognize. And then they're like, oh yeah. So there's like, there probably is like a fenced pasture type thing that he sort of like lets them loose and then says, all right, well, get some. Comes, looks around and sees the stable boy and then talks to him for a little bit. And you guys, yeah, Keyanthi, you're there with Aravan.
Yeah. So Keyanthi wants to talk to Aravan about Sirena.
Okay. He's just watching the horses right now.
Yeah, okay, so Keyanthi is gonna go ahead and sign up next to it, because as a note for Tiffany, you remember how when we were with Triac, we actually saw Tiffany's ghost?
Mm-hmm.
I want to let Aravan know that happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Karina. Don't worry, Aravan. Karina's torturing your father. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I know you're in like great stable right now, and like you had a moment earlier, but I'd like to just like reopen it right now.
Brenda, listen. That's not what I'm intending to do. I'm trying to help bring in peace by letting her know that her ghost is kicking, you know?
So he's just watching the horses and looks around at the area and says, wow, it's really nice here. It's pretty mild.
Oh, yeah, it's Ciara-Sirena's estate.
Are you guys related?
Yes, she is one of my, well, she is much older than I am, but she is one of my cousins, who has the same grandfather, who is, for lack of a better word, almost well, maybe more fun. Well, just as interesting as your father is, from what I've heard.
So it's kind of like did this sideways glance to the side and he's like, yeah, family. Gotta love them. Gotta love them.
Oh, yes, for real. And she gives like a little look over to Order, who's probably just like, I don't know what he's doing.
Getting on the stable hand.
He's basically telling the stable hand like what to do. And the stable hand's like being polite about it. And then
Oh my god.
like
Order is mansplaining! Yes!
and the stable hand's just like, this is literally my job.
I don't know why you think I don't know this, but I guess I'm not, because you're older than I am.
To understand.
He's like,
Treat them.
Like you see the stable hand make eye contact with you and he's like,
Oh, well, Kathy can't help her now, she's busy.
And it's eating.
Poor thing. Anyway, yeah. Like, how? And Kathy doesn't know how she's going to, transition over to, hey, by the way, I saw your sister's ghost. She's not had blood. She's not going to do that, but that'd be useful. She oh, we're just going to go ahead and see herself. Well, Aravan, can I speak to you a moment longer about Sirena? I don't mean to do so that it upsets you, but I want to let you know something.
sure, yeah. But I don't have anything else to do, so shoot, yeah.
She backpacked just because she loves pranks.
It's fine.
She just loves hot dogs. Well, just so Kathy's gonna go back and she's gonna go to her holy symbol, the symbol of the trip that she has. It's like, well, after. Okay, she's gonna start over again. She's gonna start at that point. So I am a cleric of the goddess named Ciara-Sirena. And she is with. Okay, so she explains it. I don't know, she's cool, okay? I like that track.
Yeah, like when you mentioned Ciara-Sirena, you see Aravan kind of look nervous.
Nervous about me?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, okay. And then
That sounds great.
okay.
That's great.
And he and
A
that's
god that my god probably imprisoned. Oh.
that's
This isn't awkward.
this isn't weird.
Of course, Keyanthi doesn't really know much of the history.
Yeah. He's like,
Oh, the bureaucrat, you know, she is who she is.
okay.
She's a cool goth mom. I mean, what's wrong?
She's not a regular mom.
Good. Oh, great. Anyway, great. Where's I going? Anyway,
Trina's a ghost.
Crack the egg! Yeah, crack the egg!
Rip off the band-aid.
what a crack in the egg! Oh my god!
Okay, so
Terrible.
he's like, why are you bringing up React? I mean, that's great for you.
Well, the thing is, Yosha, she allowed me to see into the other side for a time, and I wasn't able to speak to her, but I did see Sirena on the other side.
Is she okay? Like, where is she?
From what I understand, he is doing exactly what she wants to do. So I believe it's a Bureaucrat. Tiffany, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Okay. I'm doing the best that I can. I believe that Sirena is also on her own little mission from the goddess Bureaucrat. And if I recall, she's going back to where your father is. So, I'm sorry, I was just coming out awkwardly. I just wanted to let you know that Sirena, while she is gone from this realm, she is not completely gone. And she is still doing the work that she's trying to do.
Terrorizing your father.
Okay.
Terrorizing your father.
Her soul is employed by someone, so you know, it's in good hands.
So you see Aravan look at you and like,
Listen, Sirena was a warlock, okay? She was already kind of in someone else's pocket the whole time, okay? It's not new for her. She's like, alright, go for it, let's go.
New pocket.
New pocket.
your wheels
Noble.
turn. So Trina turned into a vengeful ghost?
Keyanthi is realizing she's not as good with words as she wished she was.
And is haunting my
You're
father.
doing great.
Our father.
Well, I know that she's currently working on, well, basically, I think okay, never mind. She's gonna backtrack on herself, like, I'm sorry, and I was trying to find a way to bring you some comfort. Know that she's not, you know, she's, I don't know.
He kind of like reaches over and you see him like try to like reach over and like touch your shoulder a little bit, and he kind of like backs off a little because like you really know each other, and he's like, hey, you know, it's I appreciate it, you know, and in some way it is comforting to know that Sirena is still Sirena even in death, and who knows, maybe I mean, people have been resurrected before. You know?
Really?
I mean, it's kind of the stuff of legends, but yeah, so, I mean, I kind of want to see if after we, I don't know, after we deal with Dad, maybe Theron, our brother, and Lucian, our kind of adopted brother, like, we can try to, like, put some... I mean, we spent all these years, like, studying Druidry, man, so, like, it's gotta have something. We gotta be able... There's gotta be something, you know? Maybe we can bring her back. Maybe.
That would be amazing. Because Keyanthi is just like, wow, great. And just, since she's like, what did we decide? Was it death or what was it?
You are... Yeah, you technically are a death cleric, yeah.
Yeah, I chose the death books. That has cool powers.
Yeah, it coincided better with your abilities.
Yeah, you know. Anyway, so Keyanthi just wants to go ahead and offer her abilities. Because she's got it. Yeah.
Okay.
So what was it?
Okay, so if we ever decide to go on a crazy adventure to try to resurrect my dead sister, you're in?
I will do everything I can to help. Because Tyria is important to me in that way. So I will do what I can.
Okay. I'll hold you to it. And he like puts out his hand to shake.
He takes the hand. Gives a nice first speed. So,
He's got a good handshake. Orator comes over. What's going on?
Date, Friday.
I was like, so, date night, huh? Is that what's going on?
Wait, hold on. Did he actually say that?
Yeah.
Wait, okay, good. Yeah. Keyanthi gonna be like, oh, no, that's not. I'm sorry.
Blush.
I'm sorry, there's nothing. I just reach out to
What do you think? Everyone's not good enough for you? I mean, come on. Everyone's like, look at him. Look at this stud.
I'm still just like grabbing his face, just like, look at these cheekbones.
And now you can like grab. Yeah, we'll do that. We're
Just the.
He's just like, look at these cheeks. Look at these adorable cherubic cheeks. And everyone's just like, please let go. Like,
Woman young.
oh my god, like, stop.
Oh Lord, she's gonna she wants to look apologetically at Trina's brother because her brother is with her brother.
I think they'll be best friends.
He's gonna go to order to say pull his hand off of his brother's face. His name I forgot again. What's wrong with me?
Aravan.
Aravan.
Airvan.
Yeah.
Like an elf. Overboard.
Airvan.
It's E.
105.
It's E. I'll write it in the.
But you don't have to write it down. I just need my brain to remember it. I need to write it down. I will go scribble it down.
Write it down phonetically and then you'll remember it.
Pop quiz on Friday. We'll be meeting Aravan for pop quiz.
So like, I imagine Keyanthi will like, you know how to like pinch the like nerves and like the way to like get him to relax a little bit. So you like pinch his hand and Warder's like, ouch.
Key powers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's cool. And Airman kind of like rubs his face. And he's like, yeah, we got a date in the future. It's a really far future.
For 200 years.
Future. Keyanthi feels a little bored. She's just like, yes, that's true, but also, hey. That's worse. Keyanthi is too honest of a person to be dealing with these little jokes. You can't do it. You can't do it. Funny.
So then, Order's like, well, we got the horses taken care of. Do you want to see where she keeps booze?
No.
Yes.
We're going to know what other rooms she can catch to make sure Order doesn't say that again. So I think, I know I need to go check in on Luna and the others to see if they carry any progress there.
You see like Lucian coming out.
You mean Lucius?
Yeah, Lucius. Sorry, Lucius.
Lucius.
Yeah,
There's Lucius.
yeah. I didn't name Lucian. Sorry. Also, I wouldn't have named him. Nicole named him. So Lucius comes out, and then Order looks over, and he's just like, "Hey, let's go see what Lucius is doing." He like grabs Aravan and runs over. Hey, what are you doing?
Best bro squad.
First row squad. He's like, I'm about to go investigate some leads on demons. Cool, count us in. What? You get to see, we'll see the city. It'll be splendid time, and then like they just go off.
And Keyanthi alone. He's a horse. Okay, stable boy.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna go home.
That was the real plan. You were supposed to be on the date with the stable boy.
Well, see you later.
World one romance. I love this.
Okay, so you guys come back to the house. You fill in Keyanthi on what needs to be done. So what do you guys want to do?
We need to steal some things. Magical things.
Yeah,
Some
we
of
need.
which are being watched.
Win one, steal one, buy one.
We
I
can
need-
actually steal at least 2. If we don't want to win the other one.
Because like I don't think we got the location of the third one, right?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, well,
Well,
You can do the like battle arena thing, or you can do the gala.
I mean the Tears of Undeath seem pretty straightforward. We just have to win.
I mean, we could also just steal them because, like, only one person can win. There's probably going to be a lot of people trying.
well then, we have insurance.
Yeah.
Should we just go all there to that place first?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so he told you.
There's also the third option, follow the winner home. Listen, I want to talk about it. Yes.
Just loop the.
Oh man, I miss these Dwarven banjos.
Yeah!
This is the Foggy Mountain. That's what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's called that. That's what it's called.
It's so weird being back in Gundrick.
So it's just the Foggy. But so you guys are out back in Gundrick.
Cat cafe time.
There is the cat cafe.
There's the cat cafe.
There is Lily's Coven, which is the cat cafe. You walk around, see the sights. Ciara, now you can enjoy this full view. So basically, Gundrick is a dwarven city. It's a major trade port. And to move the goods around, they use canals throughout the city to like transport goods from warehouses to ships. So you see, it's like Venice in a way, but like more commercialized because they like use it to move stuff and to move people, and so people are going up and going. There's a lot of foot traffic too. Most of the roads are, pretty much all the roads are paved with like blocks of stone, and even the canals are lined with stone. And then out in the distance, you can see the ocean.
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.